Guys, if you didn't watch the live stream last night, it's well worth going and watching. But however, I have clipped this, the last game of the night. Last night we hung around and waited for Jason to come back on and play one last game before we signed off for the night. And boy, am I glad we did, because this was a division game extraordinaire, and I've called it the Boom Boom Beatdown, and it is a devastating division destruction derby with me in the California, Shannon in the Huger, and Jason in the Tier 5 Italian destroyer, the Aviaire, which he got free out of a crate, I think. Lucky bugger, because all I've got's the Tier 4, but we're here on Trident, and it is that beloved map mode of Epicenter, which everybody loves to hate. We are going to play as a division. We are going to play well as a division. Jason had the unfortunate occurrence of being deleted very early in the game the other week, but we did go on to win it. And what I'm going to say is he did his absolute best to redeem himself, not from us, but for himself, because he didn't feel that he performed that well in that game. But he has more than made up for it in this game. And to be frank, we had some good wins last night, but this had to be the absolute best. Now, I did a little bit of maths while I was sat here, so excuse me with rustle of papers, and I worked out that there's something like, what was it, 346,000 hit points available in this game. And then the crazy thing is that between us, we're going to take our fair share of those hit points away from Red Team. But I don't want to spoil it. So here we are. Shannon has already taken first blood, and I think it was a dev strike as well on the Leander that went running for that island. I didn't quite get a shot on it. Jason is out there in the capture point. I'm trying to give him some cover, and there is the destroyer there. But at the same time, what we want to do is try and prevent these battleships from pushing in. The Iron Duke's out there, slightly angled, hiding behind the island. We've got the Viribus Unitus there as well. And I'm already pretty much down to 50% of my hit points, and that is not good, because we aren't even 3 minutes into the game, and I'm thinking, where are those guys going? You know, they're behind an island on the left. They could put a flanking fire onto these guys if only they'd push round a little bit more, but they don't. So we've got to do what we can. And for all you battleship captains that say you can't shoot at destroyers, let this be a lesson, because you can shoot at destroyers. Doesn't matter if you've got armor piercing loaded. You don't necessarily have to have high explosive loaded to do the most damage. You can kill destroyers. Support your team. Put those shots on. Even if you take half of his hit points off him, it is going to change the way that they want to play the game. I am backing up because I have been taking an absolute battering here. Jason is in the cap. He's contesting. Red Team seem to be pushing hard down this right flank. Our carrier is very preoccupied with the destroyer on the right flank, and also on going after their carrier and throwing lots of planes away, which was rather frustrating to see. But we are going to bang out shots where we can, all the while backing up, waiting for those heals to come back to regain some hit points, and then we are going to go out and get nasty with red team, because they have been absolutely nasty to us from the start. But I need to have a bit of distance. I can't be the center of attention here. It is almost time. The heals are coming up. We're back up towards 60% of our hit points, so we've pulled some back. And now we are slamming the engines into full forward, but this old girl takes a little bit of time to get moving. Now on the live stream, I actually point out at this moment, say to Jason, we're 5 minutes into the game, we got rid of the destroyer that was on the cap. The other destroyer is way out on the right. Why don't we have the capture points? And he was like, oh crap, I thought they'd turned. So he turns around and pushes back into the capture points, and we are going to push forward and support him. Shannon and I are split here, sort of either side from, like, I'm central on the cap, Shannon is off to the right side. Between us, we have got a couple of good angles on red team. They know that they are being pushed because those two guys on the left have eventually they're going to kill that Fuso that the two of them have been chasing one ship while we seem to be dealing with the other 8. And yeah, it got a little bit frustrating, but we're on a charge now. We are going to get here, but RNG is going to desert us for some of these shots and some of these kills. But we're going to do what we can. There's 2 turrets across at the New Mexico. Let's have a look and see what happens then. Yep, he's gone. Kill number 2. There is the Viribus. The Iron Duke is still there. And that Iron Duke is just going to refuse to friggin' die for whatever reason. But look at this coming through the sky. Oh, really? I'm on fire. The Fuso is in reverse, full broadside, spamming HE. Yep, if that's all you can do to a broadside California, which I'm sure if you'd have used armor piercing on that salvo, it would have done a lot more damage like I just did back to you. Sometimes it's worth taking the time to load up armor piercing. So there we go, he completely misses everything on that salvo, and I use another heal. Destroyer is out there. I would shoot at him, but he is out max range and my speed is going to carry me past this island. We are in the caps, we are on the caps, we are taking control. We have lost 1 ship to red team's 5. We get a cap assist there. We are dominating this game. Perhaps not massive, huge damage scales. Perhaps not all the kills. But Shannon and I are now on the hunt. The Iron Duke takes a clattering and loses a turret. We are going to angle in. Jason is going to push and keep these guys spotted. The Fuso is there and I'm looking, I'm thinking, can I get shots on this guy? Come on, reload, hurry up, hurry up. What's he doing? And then I'm actually going to fluff it because it looks like he's going forward. I put 2 turrets on and then I realized no, he's actually going backwards. That is disappointing because I think that would have been a kill as well. But we do land some shells and then the rest of it pretty much goes everywhere around him. So we turn into this salvo. Yep, that was a complete shotgun. But Shannon picks up the kill there. And it's another ship off the map. There are 2 ships left. The unkillable Iron Duke and the Serov. And so I'm going to put a salvo out of that Iron Duke who's bow tanking me. Yeah, we're just going to try and aim a little bit high and go on the superstructure. And there is the Serov there. I'm broadside to the Iron Duke. I'm staring at him thinking, do we go for a reload? I think Jason is putting some fire onto him as well. But Shannon says, I'm on a reload. I've got the salvo to go. And I'm like, okay, you take him. I'll go for the Serov. and then Shannon's shots all bounce. The carrier picks up Jason in the destroyer, and so I decide, let's get this over with. We'll go on the Serov and then we'll turn for this Iron Duke. And I don't realise how high the points are, but bang! High caliber Confederate devastating strike, and just before the Iron Duke burns out, the game ends. I end on just under 106,000 damage, 3 kills, high cal Confederate dev strike. But that is not the all of it, because Shannon got to the high caliber a long time before I did. He also picked up a Confederate. He got the first blood. He got the dev strike with just over 135,000 damage and 3 kills as well. I wasn't able to get Jason's damage score out of there, but we all break through the 2,000 base XP, so that's over 6,500 as a division. Absolutely smashing it. And between Shannon and I, we did over, I think, 240,000 damage, which is over 70% of the team, and I think Jason probably did another 10% of damage, which is absolutely phenomenal. So if you want to see the live comms on that one, go back and look at the live stream from Wednesday night. You'll enjoy it, I promise you. I hope you have enjoyed watching this talk through of that game. Please do hit the like button, leave me a comment, and subscribe to the channel, and also tell your friends. Take care and goodbye.